Good morning, Stackers. Here's a Precious Metals Monday morning market update coming to you live on secret location with me, Joe Main. Brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. Let's take a look at silver first. It's silver make or break time at the moment. We are looking at the 4-hour time frame. Price in US dollars at $38.26 US cents. So I still believe at this point that the more likely option is that we break, quote unquote, and then we break this 38.30 level that we are back down to here, back through that 37 and down to somewhere in that $34 to $35.30 kind of area. That's the more likely scenario. Of course, we have to take a look at the other scenarios as well. So it could be make time as well. What do we need to see? So again, more than 50% chance at this stage that we see that play out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. And then from there, it is, and we know where silver is going in the long term. Anyway, but if I just show you on the 4-hour, and here's what could also potentially happen. Anything can happen. It can just shoot up from here. You know, an asteroid can hit the Earth and all that. But here are the most likely two scenarios. Either we just continue down to this 35.30 area. That's the more likely scenario, as I said. Or if we do the following, and if this is the little top right here, which is looking like it might be a little mini top here, we need to hold this area right here. It's little zag zone, okay? Right here between the 0.618 and the 0.382. And let me pop that on. Oh, a nice little blue color for you. All right. So that's the zone which we could potentially, this would be really fantastic make time, okay? Make or break, make time, where you do the following as well. Now, I have been talking about $39.50 as being the invalidation point to say that this larger move down to $35.30-ish, $34 wouldn't be occurring, obviously, because you would just be making continual or more continual higher highs and higher lows. However, if you do the following, if you come down anywhere into this area here and bounce off it, okay, so pick an area, pick a Fibonacci line, something like that, no lower than, though, that $37. You can't go lower than there, or else that's probably going to really set it up. That would actually be the validation. If you start closing daily timeframes below 37, that's saying, oh yeah, okay, well, it's almost definite then, you know, that we're going to that 35.30-ish, 34 area. But if you bounce off here and then break back through here at that $38.50 mark, that's when I would say, okay, this is now invalidated. If you're doing something like this and then you start closing anywhere up above here, then I'm saying, okay, I don't even need to wait for 39.30. I'm going to say, okay, that's invalidated, and onwards and upwards we go. So that's kind of like the make or break. The break is breaking 37, okay, and then, yeah, we're very likely going to see that. Or breaking back up and making it. So the make part is doing something like that, and then, yep, cool. And then onwards, upwards we go. And we know where silver is going in the long term. If you're stacking for the long term, just dollar cost average anyway. Don't worry about trying to catch the perfect prices, because you never will. Okay, but for the moment, I think this is more likely than that. Let's see what the data tells us. Okay, that is silver. I won't do silver miners, etc. As you know, if you've been following where silver miners have been going, they've been outperforming the silver spot at the moment. I did do that on the live show just the other day, or I think one of the pre-records on Friday. Here is gold. This is gold on the, let me show you the daily time frame price in USD, $3,393 US dollars. So far, so good. We are remaining above, right there, that 3,355. While we are above that, I say, okay, new all-time high in gold coming very soon, in a matter of mere weeks, not months and months and months down the track. I'm not going to give you an exact time frame, but it's, yeah, anywhere while you're above here, as I've said before, something like this is going to happen. You either do this, okay, you break through that downtrend line, then that's fantastic, then that's coming really soon, a new all-time high, or you do something like that, then you bounce off that 3,355, and then that still means a new all-time high in gold coming very soon. You could do something like this, scare people, and then do that. New all-time high in gold coming really soon. The only thing which I don't think is more likely at this stage, probably a 20-30% chance, is that you break down through this line there, you come there, you do that, and then that would be bad news bears, and then we'll talk about lower prices. But On balance of probability, you've got those three scenarios and that last fourth scenario, which I don't think is more likely. Cool. So new all-time high in gold coming really soon. So congratulations to everyone. Break above this downtrend line is preferable, and then we'll talk Turkey. Cool. That is gold. Gold miners again are doing better than, currently outperforming the gold spot. But you can just check out those. Look for the GDX and check out the price of that. When you compare that to the price of gold, the price action, you go, oh, wow, okay. It's having its little bit of time in the sun. So the miners are beating the spot metal at the moment. Or just hit the big red subscribe button and I'll keep you updated as we go along. So that is gold. Let's take a look at platinum. Platinum, 1,330 US dollars. It's lagging behind a bit now because it has recently had its absolute time in the sun versus the other precious metals. They have been platinum has been outperforming gold and silver just recently, and now it looks like it's taken a little bit of a backseat, and that's okay. We're nowhere in danger kind of territory. We're in the best buy zone. We're actually out of it technically from this low and this high, although actually what I will change that because that was from the last time I did a video. I need to move it there. There we go. That lines up much better. From this low and this high, your best buy zone, anywhere between 1,315 to 1,215, roughly $100 range. We've gone into there. We bounced smack off the 0.5 Fibonacci, and we're above it. So good. Trading range at the moment, not a lot to say. Anything can happen, of course. You could get down to here. That's fine. That's still a great opportunity to scoop up more. I think platinum's going to much, much higher. It's going to break all-time highs eventually. So this is just little blips along the way and just dollar cost average. But watch out for that 1,200-ish kind of area. Otherwise, what I need to see it do is climb back above 1,430 specifically. It seems like an odd one, isn't it? It is resistance here, but as I've shown before, it's a key Fibonacci level from a more macro high and more macro low. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit the follow button and all that jazz. But from here, $1,430 is this zone right there. Okay, at the top, where are we? Right here. So we found from this high and this low, the big macro high and macro low. So that's the all-time high, and that's the most recent low of, what was going on in 2020. And we found smack on resistance in the month of June. Okay, then we had a little spike above. This is the little kicker for me right there. So 1,430, start closing days, preferably weeks, closing, not spiking, but closing weeks above, and then we'll go, okay, where the next move up is happening, and I'm very confident that new all-time high for platinum will be coming a little bit later on down the track. It's not going to happen in a matter of mere weeks like I think it will for gold. But yeah, it'll be slowly but surely breaking the all-time high, and then we'll talk about much, much higher prices. I'll do a separate video on that at some point. But yeah, just close that 1,430, and that would be very preferable, please. And thanks. I'll finally do copper. Copper here, it is on the 4-hour time frame. Sure, why not? $4.50. As we've been saying, it's in this little trading range at the moment, and it's looking very good. After such a large, it's looking good for a retrace, I should say. So after such a large move down, let me get rid of this for you. After such a large move down, after that spike up to $6, it's looking like it's in a bottoming kind of formation at the moment. I just need to see it clear and hold above the $4.80, $4.90 mark. Okay, get back out of there and then we're good. But this is, I think, the best risk to reward at the moment, because you could, if you wanted to trade it or if you wanted to buy the physical, which you can, premiums are a little bit higher. I'll show you a way that you can get into copper from a non-physical perspective in just a second. But it's a pretty good risk to reward, because if you get in around about this kind of area, you can set a stop loss, or you could just get out if we start breaking down through $4.20. So it's not a huge risk. You might lose a little bit, but you've just got to take your lumps, right? So to give you an example, if you were, and I'm not saying you should, you do you, but if you were to get in around about this kind of area, that's at $4.50, and then if it starts breaking down through $4.20, okay, that's a 7% loss. only put in what you're willing to lose, okay? I would definitely say if you're cracking down through here at $4, if you're not holding $4 again, buyers, 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 buyers. It's absolute huge support. If you crack through $4, bad news, you'd be wanting to get out anyway. So that's what can you handle a 10, 11, 12% loss again? Is it stuff that you're willing to lose? If you put $1,000 down, are you happy to lose $120? Okay, for a potential much better reward. Okay, so the risk to reward for copper looking very good at the moment. And I will show you a particular mining stock. Okay, this is a mining stock index, which I have told you I am in currently. I jumped in not that long ago when this copper price went down. I jumped into COPX. Now this is on. Now look at the big difference there. Let me show you. Okay, and let me go back and show you COPX. Look what it's been doing compared to the copper price, and that is COPX. So this is the Global X Copper Miners ETF. You can find it on the New York Stock Exchange. So you've got to join a particular share trading platform which allows you to buy on the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, it's the biggest one, so every one should do it. Every trading platform should do it. But look, it's doing really well compared to copper itself. I got in around about here-ish, I think it was. I think that's where I put my thing. Was it right there? No, 42.70 something or 43.70 something. And I was happy to take that risk because I would just get out if it broke down through here. Okay, so I have a pretty tight kind of stop loss as such, right? Happy to take that gamble, and that gamble, it's always a gamble. It has paid off. I was more confident that we would see higher prices than lower prices, but stop loss there, but it's not getting triggered. So we're looking really good for COPX. Okay, am I saying you should buy it? No, but it's looking on the weekly time frame. We're on the logarithmic chart. It's looking quite nice. The ultimate kicker for me would be breaking out of kind of where we are right about now. Let me show you on here. This is kind of a major resistance range that we're kind of coming up to right about there. If you break through there, you're looking very good in my opinion. I would personally be happy to hold that and ride it until the market structure tells me something different. On the monthly time frame, that's your monthly. Geez, it looks pretty interesting. If I go from this high and pick a low, this high, we'll pick the lowest low. Yeah, see some resistance right there at the 0.786. If you crack through this general area here, obviously that would be the main kicker. If you kick through 52.70, new all-time high, very, very, very likely, okay, for COPX. So I bought it, I'm happy to hold it. Let's see where it goes, and then if it starts doing some kind of usual reversal pattern, then I'll think about getting out, but I'm just going to ride this until it tells me not to anymore. So that is COPX. Consider it, okay? Not financial advice. And the last thing, of course, if you want to purchase precious metals, which I know you do because that's why you're watching the video, and if you live in Australia, which many of my subscribers do because that's where I come from, please buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. I think they're the best bullion dealer in all of Australia. I've worked for 3 of the big bullion dealers here in Australia. I worked for Goldstackers. I worked for Ainslie Bullion. I worked for Bullion Now, if you remember all my videos and my face and my voice from there. Okay, I've worked for the big boys. I know how they operate. They all operate fantastically, but I love what Perth Bullion Exchange is doing. They started their company last year. They're the first company in all of Australia to give you free shipping when you buy over any kind of amount. And what is that amount? It's not a dollar value. You don't have to spend $5,000. You can, but you can spend as minimum as 20 items in your shopping cart. So you could buy 20 of the cheapest thing on Perth Bullion Exchange's website, perthbullion.com.au, and then you'll get free shipping. You'll see the little free shipping option comes up, and then they'll send it to you for free. Express delivery, sign-on delivery, fully insured, all that other good stuff, except you don't pay for it. Okay, perthbullion.com.au. And of course, the show is also brought to you by Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. I'm doing their year-long comprehensive course. I started it just a few weeks ago on my live show every Thursday. what I'm doing is a what I learned this week segment where I sort of synthesize what I've learned in the course that week, and I just break it down in a very simple 3 to 5 minute little here's what I learned this week, and here's how I apply it. And that's pretty much it. It's not teaching you the course or anything like that, but it's a way to help me synthesize, have I learned it correctly, if I can pass on that basic knowledge to all of you. So hit the big red subscribe button, check out their amazing courses. They have a 10-week foundational course, and head over to academy.masteringthemarkets.com because you can sign up for free, check out their freely available stuff, and that'll wet your whistle, and you'll probably want to subscribe to their back end super alpha or all that kind of stuff, paid stuff, and it's amazing. Okay, highly recommend Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. I won't go to the wide shot because I don't want to, because I'm coming to you from secret remote location here, and of course you will get another video from me. I go live on Tuesdays and on Thursdays and everything that I do in between. Thanks for watching a precious metals update. I'll do a Bitcoin and crypto one separately as well. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll speak to you soon.